I will be presenting on peer-based HIV testing in Guatemala. So, female sex workers in Guatemala experience a high prevalence of HIV. In addition to this, they experience discrimination and significant barriers to healthcare. We wanted to take a look at this so we understood that community engaged approaches were effective in increasing the prevention of HIV. So, we wanted to kind of look deeper into it. We conducted a pilot study to explore the feasibility and acceptability of increasing HIV testing and prevention through peer-based HIV testing and counseling sessions among these female sex workers in Guatemala. The study population consisted of 24 female sex workers in Escuintla, Guatemala, with the mean age being 39.4, but there were participants who ranged from age 23 to age 63. With these participants, the number of children that they had ranged between 2 and 5, with 13% of them actually being married. They did express to us that they had problems getting healthcare. 42% was due to discrimination, and 58% simply due to the cost. And then to the right, there is a picture of Guatemala and where Escuintla is located. So for the methods, there was an HIV testing and counseling training, which you can see in an image to the right. There was open interaction occurring between the research team and the participants, where they were being educated on HIV. And they took a pre and a post test before and after the session on the same day. And we were able to compare their HIV knowledge prior to and after the training session. In addition to this, there were two follow-up peer-based HIV testing and counseling sessions. So the participants were partnered up where during one session, one would be the counselor, and then during the next session, the other person would be the counselor. So they both got to experience that. And with this, we were able to use satisfaction surveys to understand how they felt about it. And there was also a staff debriefing among the research staff. So for the results of the training, there was 100% completion of HIV testing and counseling training. The average knowledge of HIV actually significantly increased, 25% after the training session. There were some missing results for the pre-test and post-test, so that is something that we still need to look for as a result. So results of the testing. 100% completed the first testing session and only 83% completed the second session. 4 were lost due to follow-up and just communication issues among what they had going and just some scheduling conflicts. Luckily, there were no HIV positive test results, and there was high satisfaction with the testing session. They felt that their trainers were knowledgeable and courteous and kind, and the length was good for the training session. They didn't feel like it was too long or too short. But some participants did express that they had some difficulty understanding the test results, whether that be how to read it or how to use it, just kind of uh, having a little bit of difficulty understanding that. And this was a quote from someone who took part in the research. So, sharing with a partner was quick. It did not take long to give the results. And the truth is that it's something effective because we feel good about the test. So, this was about using the OraQuick and how they felt. So, for some conclusions, there was high acceptance by the participants and staff. We successfully trained a small but diverse sample of female sex workers for certification in HIV counseling and testing. So they did receive a certificate that allowed them to counsel other women after the training session. And we believe that it may lead to increased testing and reduced stigma among vulnerable populations, such as these women in Guatemala. And the findings will inform development of a larger intervention. So from this, we learned that if we were to do this again, that we would make revisions to the training material. So we want it to be more specific to the population that's being studied, and definitely need a little bit more education on using the OraQuick test because there was a little bit of confusion with that. Simply due to language, we do want to revise the pre and post test as well, just because there were some difficulties possibly in translating between English and Spanish. There were just some difficulties with specific test questions. And additionally, we want to have more staff training to ensure that they can make sure that everyone is able to complete the data and follow up with all of the participants. Thank you.